My beloved child, while the night still rests upon the deepest hidden layers of your heart, while the morning light has not yet touched the horizon and everything around you still seems covered by a mysterious veil, I am calling you closer, not merely so that you may hear me like someone standing outside, listening to an echo from afar, but so that you may step into living fellowship with me, where you are no longer silent because of fear, and no longer standing on the margins of your own destiny. The time has come for you to respond. The time has come for you to realize that the words I have sown into you were not meant to be kept like beautiful memories, but to become breath, action, choice, and courage in every step you take. I am not calling you into a vague journey. I am calling you into the role already prepared in my love, a role not born from ambition, but from obedience, humility, and deep trust. My child, there are seasons when I allow you to sit quietly under the shadow of my wings, to be healed, strengthened, and to hear my voice whispering in the lonely place. But there are also seasons when I gently place my hand upon your shoulder and say, "Rise," not by human haste, nor by strength you manufacture for yourself, but by courage nourished through holy reverence. You were comforted so that you could comfort others. You were led through dark paths so that one day you would know how to carry a lamp for those trembling behind you. I kept you through long nights, not so that you would live forever in the memory of pain, but so that from that very place, you would become a witness of faithfulness that never runs dry. I have seen everything, even the things you thought no one knew. I saw the times you swallowed your tears so you could still smile. I saw the sacrifices you never spoke of, the prayers you whispered in silence, the times you chose what was right even when no one praised you. I saw even the moments when you were so tired you could no longer name your own weariness, yet still did not let go of faith. Do not think those things fell into emptiness. In my eyes, no tear is meaningless. No painful step is forgotten. No quiet faithfulness is overlooked. All of it has become seed sown into the sacred soil of your life. And even when you only saw cold ground, I was still guarding beneath it a hidden season of growth. Now I am beginning a harvest, unlike what you once imagined. You may have thought the harvest would only be open doors, quick answers, and outward things restored in a radiant way. But I tell you that the harvest is deeper than that. I am harvesting maturity within you, endurance refined through trials, gentleness that remained after wounds, and wisdom born from the years when you had to walk by faith. I am not only giving you temporary rewards to make you glad for a moment. I am building within you a legacy that time cannot fade, a treasure that will not be lost when circumstances change, and a foundation deep enough for you to stand firm in the days when the world is shaken. Remember Ruth, the woman who walked the road of loss, left familiar land behind, and followed Naomi with quiet loyalty. She did not know what lay ahead. She held no map in her hand. No promise appeared before her like lightning in the sky. She had only a heart that chose what was right in humility. She gathered leftover grain in the field, like someone small in the eyes of the world. But I saw that faithfulness, and from those steps that seemed poor and ordinary in the field of Boaz, I opened a stream of blessing far beyond what she could have dreamed. My child, I tell you this so that you may understand that not every great beginning looks great at first. There are eternal legacies that begin with a quiet choice, with loyalty in a difficult day, with a small step placed rightly within my will. Therefore, keep your heart soft, but do not let it become weak before chaos. Softness does not mean being easily swept away. Softness means you can still hear me, still allow me to shape you, still recognize truth even when truth comes gently. And steadfastness does not mean becoming hard. Steadfastness means clinging to me when every voice around you wants to pull you away from peace. In the days ahead, many sounds will compete for your attention. There will be the voice of anxiety, the voice of haste, the voice of doubt, and the voice of things that disguise themselves as light but sow confusion into the heart. You must learn to recognize my voice, not only by the familiarity of hearing, but by the mark of peace I leave within you. The one who opposes what is good may try to imitate holiness, may wrap sweet promises around himself, and may make what is wrong appear like an easy path. But remember this, my voice does not pressure you with panic, does not lead you with pride, does not feed you with fear, and does not cause you to lose the purity of your heart. My voice may correct, but it always carries love. My voice may warn, but it never drowns you in despair. My voice may call you out of the familiar, but it always gives enough grace for you to follow. When you are unsure where what you are hearing comes from, bring it into my presence. Whatever belongs to me will endure my light. Whatever is false will reveal itself when placed before holiness. A time of discernment is opening before you. Things that were once mixed together will gradually be separated. Works built on outward appearance, praise, control, pride, or fear will begin to shake, not to make you panic, but so that you may see what is truly lasting. I do not tear down in order to leave you without shelter. I shake what is uncertain so that you may know that I alone am the rock that never changes. What is built on sand may look beautiful in the sunny season, but when heavy rain falls, it will not have the strength to stand. But what is placed upon me, though it passes through fierce storms, will remain standing, because its foundation is not in your strength, but in my faithfulness. My beloved child, build your life upon me through every small choice each day. Build with honesty when no one is watching. Build with prayer when your heart has not yet received an answer. Build with forgiveness when wounded pride wants to hold you back. Build with obedience when you do not yet understand the whole road. Build with humility when I lift you up, and with faith when you are still in a low place. Do not wait until everything is perfect before you begin living according to what I have spoken. It is in this unfinished season that your foundation is being laid. It is in the night that is not yet lifted that the light within you is being prepared to shine more clearly. Then you will see that when you remain firm in me, you are not preserved only for yourself. You will become a peaceful refuge for those who have lost their way, not because you have every answer, but because my presence within you will calm frightened souls. Not because you have never been wounded, but because I have led you through pain without letting you lose the light. Some will look at the way you stand firm in the storm and realize that hope still exists. Some will be lifted simply because you did not give up. Some will find their way back to me through the gentleness, truthfulness, and mercy I am forming within you. So do not see your quiet years as delay. They were the time when I was deepening your roots. Do not see the trials you passed through as pure loss. They were the places where I hid seeds. Do not see the present calling as a burden beyond your strength. It is an invitation to step into the maturity my grace has already prepared. I do not call you and then leave you to manage alone. I call you because I know what I have placed within you. I know what strength will blossom when you stay near me. And I know what light will rise when you stop hiding and begin to respond. So come close to me while the dawn has not yet appeared. Speak to me with the truth of your heart, and listen to me with deep stillness. When the new day opens, you will not walk like one being chased by the darkness, but like one carrying light from the holy place. I am your rock, your calling, your covering, the one who leads you through every season of separation between what is true and what is false. Rise, my beloved child, not with noise, but with steadiness. Respond to me, not with hurried promises, but with a life placed in my hands day by day. For the harvest has begun in the hidden place, and what I am doing within you will not only lift you up, but will also become a light for many who are seeking the way through a long night. My beloved child, when you look ahead and see the road still covered in mist, do not quickly conclude that you have been abandoned among uncertainties. There are stretches of the road that I do not show you fully from the beginning, not because I want you to be confused, but because I am teaching you to walk by trust instead of relying only on what your eyes can grasp. If every turn were opened all at once, your heart would easily cling to the map more than to my hand. Therefore, I give you enough light for the next step, enough grace for today, and enough peace so that you will not collapse before the noises of tomorrow. My child, obscurity does not mean my absence. Often, it is in that very mist that I am walking nearer to you than ever before. Perhaps you have asked yourself many times why the waves keep rising one after another. Why, after passing through one trial, you must face another wind even stronger than before. But hear me with a soft heart. Not one wave in your life is without a master. Not one wind moves beyond my sovereign authority. What shakes you today was not necessarily sent to break you. Sometimes it is permitted to touch you in order to reveal what I have quietly placed within you for a long time. A seed would never understand its life if it had never been buried in dark soil. A precious vessel cannot take shape if the clay has not passed through the potter's hands. And so it is with you. You are not being crushed without meaning. You are being shaped, deepened, and prepared to contain more of the gentleness, wisdom, and love that I desire to pour through your life. So do not lose heart when you have not yet seen results. Do not let heavy days make you think that all your efforts have been forgotten. I see every small step you have tried to take. Every time you chose to rise, though you were still trembling inside. Every moment you still turned toward the light, while darkness wanted to pull you back. These things are not small in my eyes. People often see only the harvest, but I treasure even the sowing season. People often applaud when the flowers bloom, but I was with you from the time your roots were quietly finding their way through deep soil. You do not need to prove your maturity through a perfect outward appearance. Simply continue to remain in my leading, because that very remaining will make you steadier day by day. I am causing all things to come together according to an order you cannot fully understand yet. The things that seem scattered, the delays, the closed doors, the encounters that wounded you, the lonely seasons that appeared to bear no fruit, all of them are being gathered by me into a larger picture. You see only a few unfinished brushstrokes, so your heart is easily confused. But I see the whole tapestry from above, where every thread has its place. Some threads carry the color of joy. Some carry the color of tears. Some pass through dark places. But when I am finished, you will understand that nothing was wasted in my hands. What you once called brokenness will become the place where light enters. What you once called delay will become proof that my timing is never wrong. What you once thought was failure will become a school of humility and enduring strength. Remember Joseph, who saw dreams from his youth but had to pass through the pit, betrayal, the house of a stranger, and even imprisonment before stepping into what I had appointed. If one were to look only at each separate chapter, people could say he was forgotten, treated unjustly, and robbed of his future. But I never left him in the lowest places. I used even what others did out of jealousy to bring him into the exact position needed for a great season of rescue. My child, I do not tell you that story so that you will fear the pits, but so that you will understand that the pit has no power to end the word I have placed upon your life. Sometimes the road to being lifted passes through places where you must learn surrender. Sometimes a great door opens after days of seeming forgotten in a small room. I am still the one writing the rest of the story. Even when you think the page before you is covered only with tears. Therefore, hold tightly to my promise. Not like one clinging to a distant idea, but like a child placing their hand in the hand of their father. My word is not an empty echo in the storm. My word is the rock beneath your feet, the lamp that does not go out in the night, the warmth that keeps you from the cold when circumstances become harsh, when the wind blows fiercely against your mind. Let my promise remind you that you do not belong to fear. When pressure tries to pull you down, let my faithfulness lift your face. When you no longer have the strength to explain what you are going through, simply lean on me. For I do not require you to understand everything before I keep you. You may be weak, but my love is not weak. You may be weary, but my arms are not weary. You may waver, but the foundation I have placed beneath you does not shake. The present trials are forming within you a holy endurance, not a cold hardness, but the gentle perseverance of one who knows they are loved. I do not want you to become calloused after pain. I want you to become a clean vessel, able to carry and give my kindness. When I allow you to pass through difficult lands, I am also enlarging your capacity to love, to understand, and to lift others up. One day, the very place where you once wept will become the place where you know how to wipe the tears of another. The very road you once feared will become a testimony that I can lead people through the night and still keep them in the dawn. The very cracks that once made you ashamed will become openings through which my light can shine more gently. Do not see yourself as someone losing simply because the journey is still unsteady. You are being planted deep. The higher a tree is called to grow, the more firmly its roots must cling in the hidden place. I am bringing you back into that depth, where you no longer live by outward applause, no longer measure your worth by favorable days, and no longer allow circumstances to define who you are. When you are rooted in my love, you will learn to stand still in the wind without losing your peace. When you know that I am your source, you will no longer be drained by trying to find security in things that always change. When you allow me to be your refuge, you will understand that true safety does not come from the absence of storms, but from my presence with you in the storm. Therefore, in this season, keep your heart awake, but not tense, humble, but not hopeless, soft, but not surrendered to defeat. Take each small step with me. Let every morning become a new act of entrusting yourself to me. Let every night close with rest in my arms. Do not be quick to judge the journey while I have not yet completed the work. Do not condemn yourself because you are still learning. I do not lead you with cruel urgency. I lead you with the patience of a father who knows well that you need time to grow. And even when you stumble, I do not leave. I will lift you up, brush the dust from your heart, and remind you that there is still grace on the road ahead. Beloved child, believe that the good thing I am preparing is not as small as your fear imagines. I do not merely want to bring you out of the trial. I want you to come out with a brighter heart, a firmer faith, a deeper gentleness, and a greater capacity to bring light to the wider world. You will not be shaken to the point of losing yourself. Because you are being held in me, you will not be swallowed by the waves. Because I am the one who sets boundaries for the sea, you will not be defined by the darkness. Because my light has called your name. Keep going, my child, not with the haste of anxiety, but with peaceful trust. I am working in what you can see and also in what you cannot yet see. I am gathering every broken piece into my loving hands. I am turning this season of testing into the foundation for a season of maturity. And when the time comes, You will look back and understand that I did not waste a single tear, did not forget a single prayer, and never stopped loving you in every step of the way. My beloved child, be still in this moment and let your heart receive what I am placing upon your life. The words I am speaking are not only a gentle call to comfort you in weary days, but also an invisible wall being raised around you by holy power from above. Every word I speak is like a stream of light going before you, illuminating your steps, pushing back the things that want to make you afraid, and closing the entrances through which darkness once tried to slip in. You are not abandoned in this vast world, nor must you carry every hidden worry by yourself. I am here, nearer than your breath, gentler than the dawn, steadier than the mountains, and my love is covering you like a garment of grace. There are things you do not see with your eyes, but that does not mean they do not exist. In the days when you thought you were walking alone, my hand was lifting you from slippery places. In the nights when you did not know why, your heart suddenly became peaceful. It was because my keeping was surrounding you. There were dangers stopped before they could come near. There were doors you regretted seeing closed, but behind them were traps I did not want you to enter. There were delays that confused you, but within those delays I was rearranging the road so that you would not walk into a place that would wound you. My child, my protection does not always sound like thunder. Many times it is as light as a passing breeze, quiet but not weak, hidden yet full of power. Remember that around you there is more than what you can see. My holy messengers are sent to serve in silence, guarding you on roads where you do not know that battles are taking place. They do not come to make you proud, but so that you may understand that you are cared for with solemn and faithful love. When you pass through places of unrest, they stand at the boundaries I have appointed. When you are weary, they strengthen you in ways you may only feel as an unexpected lightness in your heart. When harmful words, evil intention, jealousy, or hidden arrows are directed toward you, my light becomes a shield for you. Nothing can pass beyond my permission and touch you in a way that destroys the destiny I have placed within you. Therefore, do not let fear teach you how to see life. Do not let difficult days make you believe I have turned my face away. My little child, I knew you before you gave your first cry in this world. Your name was held in my love before you even knew how to call yourself by name. I do not love you because you are strong, nor do I protect you because you always do everything right. I love you because you belong to me. Your weakness does not make me distant. Your tears do not disappoint me. The times you tremble do not cause me to withdraw my hand. On the contrary, it is precisely in the moments when you think you are smallest that I bend nearer to remind you you are still cherished, still chosen, still guided by kindness that does not wear out. Remember the story of Elisha and his servant when the city was surrounded by the enemy? The servant looked around and saw only danger, only the multitude pressing in, only circumstances that seemed to offer no escape. But Elisha did not panic, because he knew there was a reality greater than what natural eyes could recognize. When the servant's eyes were opened, he saw the hills full of chariots and horses of fire surrounding them for protection. My child, I tell you this so that you may understand that there are times when you look at the problem and think you are surrounded. But in truth, it is my protection that surrounds you. The one who causes fear may be loud, but my power does not need noise in order to triumph. What you see is not the whole truth. What I am doing behind the veil is the foundation of peace. So when you pass through roads hot like the fire of testing, do not think that fire has the right to define your future. I can cause you to walk through the burning place and still not be destroyed in your trust. When you pass through the deep waters of pressure, loss, misunderstanding, or loneliness, do not believe you will be submerged. I am the one who sets boundaries for the seas. And I am also the one who knows how to keep you standing amid fierce waves. Not every storm comes to break you. Some storms only reveal to you that your foundation is being placed in me. There are seasons when you think you are becoming weaker. But in truth, I am teaching you to lean on a strength that does not come from human beings. There are days when you think everything is shaking. But in truth, I am removing what does not belong to you, so that what is lasting may remain. My beloved child, I did not promise that you would never face trials, but I promised that my presence would go with you through each one. I will not let you be lost in the maze of fear. I do not stand far away, watching you endure. I walk with you through every dark hallway, holding your hand with the patience of a father who never grows weary. When you do not know how to pray, I still understand your sighs. When you cannot find words to explain your pain, I can still read what trembles in the hidden depths of you. When you think you have lost direction, I still see the road ahead and am leading you step by step. Not hurriedly, not abandoning you, not cruelly rebuking you, but with gentle mercy. Do not let words of condemnation make you forget your origin. You are not the product of chance. You are not a forgotten child drifting through life. You are one I have called by love, covered with light, held in the covenant of kindness. When the world makes you feel that you are not enough, return to me, because in me you are seen with eyes more complete than any human judgment. When old memories try to pull you back into sorrow, remember that I do not only heal wounds, I also turn the very places of brokenness into testimonies of grace. When your heart feels shaken, let my peace anchor you like an anchor cast deep into the steady ocean floor. I am covering your home, your path, your sleep, your decisions, and even the things you have not yet had time to understand. I place light at the threshold, wisdom in your mind, gentleness in your cracks, and hope where you once thought only ashes remained. You do not need to live in a defensive posture toward everything, because I am the one who watches over you. You do not need to tremble before tomorrow, because tomorrow does not come before me as something unfamiliar. I have already been there, already prepared enough grace for you, already placed help at the right time, already opened pathways you cannot see today. So take a deep breath and rest in my care. Let your heart stop wrestling with fears that have no right to rule over you. Let your eyes learn to look toward the light, because that light is not only far ahead, it is around you. On the road you walk, and in every time you are lifted again. I am your Father, and I never let go of your hand. Though the night may be long, I am still your dawn. Though the road may be uneven, I am still the one who leads you. Though the waves may rise high, I am still your shore. Keep walking, my beloved child, with gentle trust, because you are loved more than you can measure, kept more deeply than you can perceive, and sheltered by my love that never runs dry. I am leading you away from dependence on the old shape of blessing. There are things I once used to lift you up, but now I want you to know that I, myself, am the source, not the means. There are people who once walked with you for a stretch of the road, but now I want you to learn that the greatest affirmation does not come from their staying, but from the fact that I still call you my beloved child. There are plans that once looked very beautiful in your eyes, but now I want to widen your vision so that you will not only ask me to restore the old, but will also have enough courage to receive what is newer, deeper, and more fitting for the appointed time. Let your heart rest in this truth. I never end a season without purpose. When I prune, it is so the tree may bear more fruit. When I redirect, it is so you may avoid a path that no longer leads to life. When I silence a voice, It is so you may hear mine more clearly. When I cause something once precious to slip from your hands, it is not because I do not know your pain, but because I know it no longer fits the road ahead. My love does not only comfort you in the days when things are given, my love is also strong enough to lead you through the days when things must be released. So, my child, do not stand forever before a closing door and weep as though I have left you. Turn and look at me. I am still here. I am not behind the old door. I am standing on the new road, inviting you to step forward. The light ahead may not be radiant immediately, but every step you take with me will cause the darkness to retreat little by little. You do not need to understand every reason today. You only need to trust that the one who leads you is not mistaken. I know you loved that thing, hoped in it, and prayed for it. And because I know, I will not let this ending become an abyss that swallows you. I will turn it into a threshold. Wipe your tears, not because you must pretend to be strong, but because I am near to lift your face. Breathe again, because what has closed cannot end the word I have spoken over your life. Walk on, even slowly, even trembling, even with wet eyes, because I will make your steps firm. One cycle has been completed, but you are not finished. One chapter has closed, but the story I am writing for you is still continuing. And in the next part, you will understand that what I have taken from your hands cannot compare with what I am placing within you. Freedom, maturity, peace, and a faith no longer bound by what is past. Keep going, my beloved child, for I did not lead you out of the old season to abandon you in emptiness. I led you out to bring you into the place I have prepared with love that never runs dry.